So I've just come out of Eddington and was talking about it with one of the cinema staff, and he went on to say that he doesn't really like Pedro Pascal. No comment. So very dark, very gritty, but at times very funny. This movie really is an acquired taste. Truly. The thing I really liked about it, though, was the whole backdrop of the coronavirus 2020 pandemic. It really rings true. I mean, I would always remember queuing up outside Asda for 50 minutes just to go in and buy vegetables, strapped behind a face mask. The opening of the film really, it doesn't just touch on it, it really delves into it. So there's a good 25-30 minutes of the characters having a go at Joaquin Phoenix's character for not wearing a mask, things like that. Really observational. The time that fucked up many of our lives is examined in full at the beginning of Eddington, and as harrowing as it was, I liked that. It added a real touch of realism. The film itself is truly dark. It's gritty, and at times extremely violent. Would never ever watch it again, though. It's one of them. Basically, like Yesterday, materialist. It really wasn't for me. But that aside, I have to say, on a completely from a neutral point of view, that Joaquin Phoenix was absolutely incredible. There isn't anything he can't pull off, and he's just as brilliant in Eddington as he plays this small town sheriff who's going through a bit of a rough patch. Actually, that said, the Emma Stone, Pedro Pascal, unfortunately, and Joaquin Phoenix, they gel. They really gel together brilliantly and deliver dynamite, which is ironic because there's a lot of explosions in this. But they're brilliant. And the thing is, I suppose in a non-harsh way, I sort of relish the fact Pedro was sort of in it for a little bit and then taken out, and then he comes back and then gets taken out, literally. I'm not his biggest fan at all. I don't see... This is what the member of the cinema staff was me and him were just discussing, that he adds nothing. He's extremely overrated as an actor. I can't stand him. He's in practically everything, but he doesn't deliver anything. There's nothing striking about him. There's nothing he just doesn't do it for me. Anyway, if you're not a fan of Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Austin Butler, then don't worry, because they're in it for they're sort of in and out. They don't get a lot of screen time, so it mixes it up quite nice. It's like a cocktail of cast, which is quite cool. I definitely wouldn't watch this again. It's really long, it's dark, and it's gritty. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but it's gruesome in parts as well. Not my kind of thing. Actually, the name Ari Aster, produced and directed by Ari Aster, pops up at the end. Was that the person who did Midsummer? I swear that's the person who did Midsummer. I'll have to look that up. But what can I say? The story is set in this sort of, as well as the backdrop of COVID, there's a gorgeous backdrop of sort of sandy New Mexico. Everyone lives in a villa. It's very small, cozy. Everything's a wooden shack. It's lovely. It's like an area of Disneyland, to be honest. So the setting is lovely. The performances are absolutely beyond convincing. They're just brilliant. And like I said, I'm not a massive fan of Joaquin Phoenix, but he's spectacular. He really is. He's from facial expressions and his sort of erratic mannerisms to the anger and rage and some truly sarcastic, funny bits. This really is an acquired taste. I'm not. I mean, I'm surprised actually I'm managing to point out a lot of positives because, it was one that I wouldn't watch again. As I said, though, the fact that it's set in the coronavirus period, so you've got all the people in these people in the supermarkets having a go at each other for not wearing a mask, and that kind of thing. I was really surprised about that. Really surprised, actually. Like, not many films based or that sort of touch upon COVID delve into it as much as Eddington. But yeah, it was really good. It actually made me laugh out loud, because there's one point where there's Joaquin's character. He gets out of his car outside like a grocery store, and the security guard's like, he has a go at the security guard for not letting a customer in. He's like, he's not wearing his mask, just let him in. But he's not wearing his mask. You know, the rage and the frustration, and the people queuing up outside, like smothering themselves in hand gel and stuff. It really rings true. I really liked that whole theme. The main story, let me just get to that at 6 minutes. The main story is the fact that Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal's character, they come to head because Pedro's like the mayor, that Joaquin wants to be the mayor, that kind of thing. So it's it's sort of like small town face-off. Although it doesn't last long. It's like I say, Pedro's character. He's very sporadic. He only gets minimal screen time, which again was good for me. Not a fan. But yeah. That was all right. Emma Stone was brilliant, as always. And this film was a perfect suit for her. She seems to be being placed in these really obscure, almost artistic style features, and she fit right in. She's brilliant. Now I was going to comment on the fact that it's A24. With A24, you've got loads of like the body parts flying about, and like sort of dripping face, like blood everywhere, but it's disgusting, basically. And yes, you get that in this. Not a lot to comment on. That's it. This wasn't for me, but the performances are amazing, and yeah, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, whacking cock. Towards the end, he's nude, and believe you me, he can give Aaron Taylor-Johnson a run for his cock. So yeah, his penis is as brilliant as his performance, like his talent, basically. And he's got talent tackle. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate or try and be hilarious about it. He's a big boy. So, Eddington's good, slightly artistic, very disgusting in parts, but dripping with almost like a satirical humour. It's not, it's not bad. And that's it. Sorry, I've got nothing else to say. It's one of them though. You know, the poster's kind of vintage, and you've got like Austin Butler, like in some sort of weird position. Emma Stone, like in a tragic position. The main character, sheriff's hat, glasses, looking stern. The poster leads into the film perfectly. But that's it. For once, wow, probably the shortest review ever. But his performance, wow. Joaquin Phoenix, he's so skilled. I didn't realise how much I admire his acting. But yeah, he's great. That's it. The main positive, I think, like I say, was the proper delving into the whole coronavirus setting. Towards the end, there's a nice little bit actually, which ironically reminds me of a movie that I saw during the pandemic when cinemas first opened. Spree. Joe Keery, when he goes around, he's an Uber driver, and he goes around like basically murdering people and filming it for social media. It's a real, a real satirical sort of movie. Definitely worth a watch. It's more of a culty thing. But yeah, it reminded me a lot of Spree at the end, because you see someone's iPhone like embossed on screen, and an unlikely hero towards the end of the film it gets his airtime, and he's all like, all the comments are flying up, all the videos are pinging off, people commenting and all that. Likes, dislikes, all the rest of it. It's great. Nice little touch of social media there, and actually the fact, I'm warming up now. The fact basically almost like the lead up to that part, right at the end of the film. Joaquin's character, it's like almost like a POV console game where someone's going round with like an AK-47 or something, and he's just the way the cinematography is fantastic. It's all set in the deep of night in these gorgeous like sandy plains, a few wooden shacks, and someone's shooting at him from a rooftop, and he's like darting across the road trying to avoid them, as well as the camera still like a bird's eye panning around. I love all that. I love it when the camera tilts and shit. Brilliant. So Eddington, very acquired taste, the blackest of humour, and it's dripping with sarcasm in parts. So that's it. Oh, and did I mention the acting is spectacular? I have mentioned that probably about 4 or 5 times. That's all I can focus on. Did it need to be 2.5 hours long? Not at all.